Please be advised there are spoilers ahead related to the property being watched and or discussed. Hello. Welcome back, my dear subscribers. And if you're new here, thank you for tuning in. This is Ashamoji TV, where I like to watch, react, and just give my 2 cents about a couple of properties related to sci-fi and fantasy. So in today's video, I am happy to share with you my condensed reaction to episode 20 from the first season of Fringe, the season finale episode titled, There's More Than One of Everything. Now, at the time that I'm recording this portion of the video, I have not watched the episode. I'm going to press play on it, and then you see the edited condensed version, okay? So, it's been about half an hour since I watched episode 19, took into account some of my notes that I had about previous episodes, shared a bunch of stuff with my club members, and now I'm going to share with you somewhat of a summary of what I think will likely happen in this episode. So, first thing, based on the title alone, it'll be revealed that there's an alternate version likely of everything. So if it's your first time tuning in, I'll just let you know that one major spoiler that I had given to me prior to starting my reactions to this series was the concept of parallel universes. I didn't know the full details, I just knew of the concept of being a part of the show. So here we are, where it seems that's going to be finally confirmed, as it was confirmed in gist, more or less, in episode 19, with Olivia's ability to go from one timeline or one reality to another. So that leads to my second prediction, which is that if we saw alternate versions of Royals, Charlie, I'm now wondering, has there been alternate versions of every other character this whole time, and I just not have picked up on it even after rewatching some of the episodes, some of the key ones? And so I'm presuming alternate versions of Walter, Peter, everybody pretty much that, they're showing. And when it comes to Walter, I've had my suspicion that the illusion of Walter that was shown in episode 8 may not necessarily be an illusion. That likely that was an alternate version of Walter that communicates with the Walter we see now. That's just one of my theories, and I'm wondering if that's true. So, if it's wrong, I'll find out soon enough. Don't validate or deny any of that, okay? All right, and now, when it comes to William Bell, I'm pretty sure now that it's going to be played by Leonard Nimoy. Episode 19 was too much on the nose with the Spock and Star Trek references. And I know there was other references to Star Trek previously, especially episode 10. Beam me up, Scotty. But I was told by a colleague that Leonard Nimoy would be in the series as a guest appearance. Not an actual, staple character. But after watching episode 19, I was like, oh, that was a misdirect, so that I wouldn't really know who he was playing. I really thought that he was just going to be there for one episode as a big guest star thing. Because nobody gave me anything beyond that. And I figured also, too, Leonard Nimoy, being such a big actor, wouldn't be part of an entire show. So I'm expecting that William Bell will be revealed as Leonard Nimoy, and that makes perfect sense. So, yes, likely he'll be showing up at the end, hopefully, of this episode as William Bell. But then it lends the question, if we're seeing double versions of everybody, are we going to see double versions of William Bell? And is Olivia going to be the one who's going to be tuning into that? Or will there be someone else that will show up with an extra ability? Speaking of Olivia, that's another prediction I have as well, too. Sorry, I forgot to mention that. So Olivia has been demonstrating more than one ability, it seems. Right? She can now go from one reality to another. She's really great with numbers, but I don't know if that's just the fact that her mind's so expanded because of the Cortex fan. But I'm thinking that as a talent. What else? She can turn off lights, so she can affect things. I'm not using the right words for that, but that's more than one, basically. So considering that this actress is one of the leads of the show, I could see her now finally being revealed as the ultimate super soldier that they've been looking for, right? They're recruiting all these people. They're activating all these people who were part of that trial in Jacksonville, Florida. And I think she's going to be the staple superwoman, really. Because I think it's fair to say that there are some really cool comparisons with comic book characters, but just framed and portrayed in realism and with science and tech in this show. So if I utter things out loud like that, a Superman, a Superwoman, a Hulk, Mr. Jones, yes, that's another prediction. I think maybe he might come up at the end of this episode and, show whatever he manifested, which I'm calling somewhat, the Bruce Banner Hulk situation. I think that's likely what happened to him. Unless, now that I'm thinking about it, it may not even really be him that broke through that wall, because I even had an extra theory that I shared with my club members that maybe someone else actually broke him out from the outside. I don't know, whatever. But I think either way, there's definitely going to be a shift with his physiology, because that likely was the whole teleportation thing definitely affected him. But Walter did not elaborate how it affects them, so that's for me to see. So I'm going to leave it at that. As for Nina and her being shot, well, I predict she'll live. I mean, that actress is not someone you would get rid of so quickly unless you have a real reason. And likely, if there's more than one of everything, she'll die and we'll just get another version of Nina. Yeah, I could totally see that. Okay, yeah. So I'm going to leave it at that because I don't want to overthink things and I just want to enjoy the experience of the reveals. So without further ado, here's my condensed reaction to episode 20. New York City.
Left upper quadrant, possible pneumothorax. BP is dropping 80 over 50, pulse 120.
Breath sounds?
Increase on the left side, labor but stable.
Get me a chest cam.
Doctor, it's something else.
Oh, Nina!
I just heard about Nina Sharp. Do we know who shot her?
Trying to figure that out. The security guard and doorman at the lobby are dead. No idea in the gunman.
No official statement from Massive Dynamic or William Bell.
Thanks. That's no surprise. They say the COO was shot the stock took a hit.
They're always thinking about the money.
We had video tech assemble the 3 video cameras. They shoot the night guy. They replace him. Then this guy comes in and they all head upstairs.
That's why she was suspicious of him. She's probably used to him acting a certain way. Hey, is that Baldy? Oh.
Then it goes black for 4 minutes.
No.
What did he do to her?
Whatever it was, it only took him 4 minutes.
Who is he?
Darkman! One of my parents' favorite movies that they would play over and over again. The Liam Neeson version I'm talking about.
Run it through voice recognition.
Oh my god, it sounds like Mr. Jones! Oh.
Why is he wearing bandages and the others are wearing masks?
He's turning into something?
Not easy to walk around when you're on half the world's watch list. Maybe he's recently tried to change his appearance.
But all our information suggests
plastic
that Jones
surgery.
is looking for Bell, so why shoot his number 2? It doesn't make any sense.
Maybe our information is wrong.
We have solid intelligence that William Bell is funding these horrific events that we've seen, most of which have been carried out by Jones. Now, at this point, I don't care how powerful William Bell is or how deep his political connections go. He is not above the law.
Dunham.
Sir, with all due respect, I have too much in this, professionally and personally, that if you stand in the way now,
Dunham.
It's like an Energizer bunny.
And I would also request that you stop cutting me off every time I'm about to tell you to stop drilling. You struck oil, as I was going to do when we first came through that door.
Nicely said. She needs a guy like that in her life.
Hey,
Hey.
Oh boy,
Where's
Peter's reaction.
with you?
I went to check on him this morning. His bed wasn't even slept, and I thought he'd worked here all night.
I thought he went home with you last night.
hey, I need to talk to Walter. Is he here?
Yeah, take a number.
I'm gonna check the cafeteria, see if he slept there again.
Okay.
So it's gonna be a Find Walter episode.
Do you think he left because of what I said?
You mean because of what he's referring to as the assault in the pastry shop? I don't know. It's hard to say.
It was about
Assault?
the Texafan. Belle's trials. I wanted to see if Walter knew what Belle did to
She
him.
was restrained.
You got him off guard. And I understand you had your reasons for saying what it is that you had to say. And I know he understands that too.
Peter, I'm sorry that I was so hard on him.
Don't worry about it. He's probably back at the hotel right now working his way to the bottom of Pine Rocky Road.
I want to see a face-to-face encounter with the Observer and Olivia. He might reveal stuff to her, right? Maybe? Maybe? So he's at a cemetery. Where's the Observer? Oh, okay. So he brought him to a okay. Patience! Patience! I want one!
I think to repair that one requires a special skill set. You're lucky. Not too many gunshot victims come through this way have Kevlar parts in the ribcage.
Oh!
In about no time. What did he want, you?
Wow.
What did he do to your arm?
Hardcore protection. You stole some kind of tech from it?
Agent Dunham. I need to speak with her right away.
Well, I did have my theories about that arm and Olivia. But I'll say in just somehow it's connected with Olivia's ability.
Specialist for massive dynamic.
I'll be right with you, Agent Dunham.
Let's just say this treatment doesn't fall under an HMO.
Jones used to work for William Bell 15 years ago. In fact, he was one of our first employees at Massive Dynamic. But he was let go.
Why?
The details are not important. Suffice to say that Jones felt spurned by the rejection. I would go as far as to say that all the death and destruction that Jones has caused up until this point has been a way of proving something to William.
To prove what?
He's better, smarter.
Oh, I haven't seen him for years. But after he broke out of prison, he was contacting our offices requesting meetings with Dr. Bell. Over the past few weeks, his calls have become rather extreme.
Apparently Jones is ill. Dying from the teleportation from his prison break. Nina believes Jones' agenda is to kill William Bell when he finds him.
Then Bell needs to come in. We need to put him into protective custody.
Not possible.
Why not? Where is he?
I can't say.
Having tea with William Shatner.
I haven't seen William Bell for months. He's been communicating with me strictly electronically. But
Is
what I
he even
do know
alive?
is speaking with William Bell has become more than a professional matter for you. In fact, I'm counting on that. Stop Jones, and I will personally arrange a meeting between you and Bell.
Yeah.
What did Jones want from you? What did he do to you in the elevator?
You ruined my arm.
He stole a very powerful energy cell that Dr. Bell hid within my arm.
What can he do with it?
Unfortunately, the question is, what can't he do?
Oh, isn't that their slogan from their poster? Super tech. Oh boy. Of course, innocent people are going to be the test subjects. Or certain people? Oh. What is he
Order tracking
doing?
is complete, sir. You can increase sonic frequency. It's locked in.
Stabilize, damn it.
Oh my gosh.
We're losing it. We can't hold it open.
Oh, whoa. I'm not sure what I just saw there, except for he lost his wheels in the back.
It's too thick here. These are the wrong coordinates. Try again, please.
Ew. I don't think he's dying. He's probably metamorphosizing into something else. Wonder if he was trying to replicate the truck? Since there's more than one of everything. They're just going all about the place. Doing what?
Do you recognize this? This coin looks similar to the one you're thinking of, but it is from another place. There is more than one of everything.
Bingo!
I have said too much. I'm not supposed to get involved. Do you remember what you have to find? You must try to remember. There isn't much time.
Oh my gosh, what is happening? This is so cryptic. I'm impatient, people. Okay, I know. All right, I'll take a deep breath in. So at what point is Peter gonna find Walter?
I'd like you to begin the show.
Hello?
We wanted to ask you a few questions about Dr. Bishop.
Okay. Has he been acting strange lately?
Walter acting strange.
Peter! Hello.
Miss Sharp. So what's going on here?
Agent Dunham told you about the attack by David Rubber Jones?
Yeah.
Jones is in possession of something your father may know something about.
You think Jones has something to do with his disappearance?
Dr. Bishop gets lost more often than you would imagine.
I'm sure you're right.
He ain't lost now. He's got a guide.
I need a priority 1 grid search. Target is Walter Bishop.
What the hell happened? Where's the other half of the truck?
Gone.
Suddenly there was this shimmer, like a curtain almost, or a window.
A curtain? Oh.
It just appeared, like it came through the window, and what was on the other side of it was different.
It was emitting the sound like a loud noise.
Okay, so he was trying to access the other reality. Okay. That makes sense now. Okay. Just that key word, curtain.
Take a look at this.
This image of your father was taken 3 hours ago, near East Douglas in Grafton.
Are they going to see the
Massive
bald guy?
dynamic. Maintains access to all the cameras we manufacture. This security footage was from the local commuter train station.
This is near a beach house that we own. Walter used to love it up there because it's quiet. My father has had a particularly rough couple of days. I'm not sure that everything's making sense to him right now. I'd rather go up there and bring him back myself. I think that's for the best right now.
Of course.
We'll just follow you without you knowing. They got to do that. Like, that wouldn't make any sense if they didn't.
That's what we got so far.
You sure this is right?
Yeah.
What?
The prints aren't coming back on the driver. The truck isn't registered in New York or anywhere else. The VIN number, the serial part numbers, they don't exist.
It came from the other reality. Okay.
How's that possible?
I love ya.
Where the hell did it come from?
Clue in. Guess him and the observer came and went. That's cute. Interesting he didn't wipe the dust on where the mom was situated. Guess that's supposed to be an eventual reveal at some point.
Hello, Peter.
Walter, what are you doing here? You had us worried.
I'm looking for something.
Okay. What are you looking for?
I just can't recall, son. That's the thing.
You're not telling us everything.
So is the observer hiding somewhere?
Are you saying that you know where Belle is? Stop playing games with me. Tell me where he is, or I assure you I will turn this world over looking for him.
Well, that's just the problem, Agent Dunham. William Bell is not in this world.
I love it. Nice score. So this is where that plane crashed, right? In a transformation episode.
You're saying that William Bell is not on this planet?
No, he is just another version of this planet.
Have you ever had deja vu?
Earth 2.
Living a moment you already lived before? Yes. What does deja vu have to do with where Bell is?
But deja vu is just a window. It's possible some individuals may be able to do more than just see into the other world. They may be able to travel there.
So the incident on the street, that's why we can't identify the truck. Because it came from the other side.
I'm aware of that as a real philosophical teaching, by the way. Just saying.
I started something a long time ago. I did. It's the truth. I did.
Walter.
And I finished it.
Walter.
I
I need you to take a breath and calm down.
Like, hold him or something.
Where are you going? Walter. Look, it's getting late. We need to head back.
No, not yet.
You know, I remember when we used to come down here during the summers. I'd stand out here on the beach for hours, looking at the ocean. And on Saturdays, I'd always wake up just before my alarm. I could smell the pancakes, which meant that you were here. I creeped down the stairs, and there you'd be, standing over the stove flipping pancakes. You seemed so big back then.
No, I want pancakes.
I made them in the shape of waves.
They were your favorite.
Yes.
That's a clue?
You know why I'm here? You know where it is?
Peter, always handy. Oh.
Standing there by the field. Lance went back, to get the ball. And that's when I saw it. It's like a see-through wall appeared. It sort of shimmered, like a heat wave, It's like a window, but warped. Then a shot.
A window, a curtain.
So him and his friend are playing soccer. Kids run over the ball. All of a sudden they see this shimmer of light. Kid hits the shimmer, and then he just sort of collapses. How does something like that happen?
Ooh.
Can't believe I'm gonna be saying this.
Imagine what the other reality saw. That half, that quarter.
Why here? I mean, first New York, now here. What do they have in common?
Yeah. I'm just watching and seeing. Watching and waiting. How's it all gonna end?
Look, I want you to go through our database and cross-reference any incidents connected to science, biology, or unexplained phenomenon, and have the file sent to my office, please.
Dating back how far?
All of them.
Since episode 1! This is a really great way to tie in all the episodes. I really love the opening in episode 19, so this is really cool. Putting all the puzzle pieces together. Connect the dots. Especially with Olivia's mind.
Sir, we need to call Nina sharp. I think that I found a connection between what Jones did in New York and that park in Providence.
In like 2 seconds. I love it. Nina the genius. Olivia the genius, that's what I mean.
Ah, it's still here. I was beginning to be afraid.
The other coin? Or the same coin? Something with that coin. I know I should be putting it together, but I can't really.
These are the spots where Jones used his device. Now look at this. That can't be a coincidence.
It's a pattern.
What exactly is
An
that?
invention?
When Billy and I were younger men, we regularly ingested large quantities of LSD. We believed that we were catching glimpses of another reality, another world, just like ours, slightly different, populated by slightly different versions of ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
The question, of course, was how to get there without LSD. Failing as you know, theorized that young children had the capacity to see these other worlds naturally.
Mm-hmm.
He theorized that properly nurtured, these abilities could be heightened, intensified, and that, in time, his subjects may be able to travel from here to there.
Like Olivia.
Around this time, something was lost to me, Peter. Something precious. I became convinced that if only I could cross over myself, then I could take from there what I had lost here.
Look at the shadow work. Duality. That's pretty good.
That our world has soft spots. Places where the fundamental constants of nature, the speed of light, gravity, the mass of a proton, for example, have begun to decay. As a result, in these particular areas, the membrane between the realities is thinner, almost porous. Well, the Bermuda Triangle is one.
That's why things go missing there.
What do you mean until recently? What happened?
We happened, Agent Dunham. Scientific progress, advancing technologies, by meddling with the laws of nature, has hastened the decay of these constant fundamentals and increased the number of soft spots.
Oh.
In the belief that by releasing the right kind of energy and aiming it exactly at the proper spot, he could effectively break through.
Of course, there's the problem opening a hole to another reality. In theory, that would also allow things from there to pass over here, which could be dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I also built a plug. A plug. Actually, more a patch. To close the hole should the need ever arise. This is that patch, Peter. This is what I had to find.
To stop Jones.
Well, do you know where it is?
Yes. Yes, I do, Peter. Regan Lick.
Ah, this is crazy. Good crazy.
These are the first recorded incidents. They all go back more than 15 years.
of these incidents point to here.
Raiden
Where
Lake.
he's going. Raiden Lake.
Oh, I love it. It's just so organic the way they flow these details. It doesn't feel forced. It's something about what Nina said about these weak spots caused by their own meddling.
We're going to the other side.
Is that why ZFT wants to stop that shit?
It's just the other side of the lake. The place where I opened the hole.
It's awfully convenient.
Convenient at all. That's what I bought the beach house in the first place. Proximity. Come on, Peter, can't you go faster? We're not having much time.
After all these years, what's going to happen if we're not on time?
The observer is going to interfere?
My friend.
Where'd he go?
Said we must. Only catch them with dire consequence.
And what friend would that be?
The bald one.
The man who attacked me in the woods.
He must have had a very good reason.
You can attack him.
Sure, I didn't mean him anyhow.
What else aren't you telling me, Walter?
Lots, I'm sure. But none of it's relevant.
That thing's not going to blow up, is it?
I'm like,
Certainly hope not.
does it require a sacrifice?
You may not remember this. When you were a boy, you were very sick and dying. Sometimes you got scared. And to calm yourself, to forget what you were going through, you took to collecting coins. This one. This was your favorite.
Oh, right.
You're right. I don't remember any of that.
I do. Listen, Dan, how did you know where we were?
What are you doing here?
We're trying to plug a hole in the universe. What are you doing?
It just sums it up.
What is that?
E.T. phoning home. Oh, no. Even worse.
Dr. Bishop, stay down!
Keep going, please. Don't stop what you're doing.
Stay here. They'll make this to close the portal to prevent it from going over.
Give it to me, I'll do it.
Give it to me. Okay.
Oh, I hope none of them get shot. I could see that happening for dramatic purposes, but I don't want to see it.
What's the status?
Coordinates are coming into place, sir. We're almost there, sir.
Jones?
Oh! It's your favorite student! Olivia! Right on time.
Don't move! You take one more step, I'll shoot!
Goodbye, Agent Dunham.
Jones?
Oh. He's superhuman now?
Teleporter. It may be killing me, but in the meantime, it's made me something rather special. You see, your bullets just go right through me. And soon Dr. Bell will see just how special I am.
Oh boy. Bullets going right through him. I'm connecting something there that Walter said. Oh shit! Well, mission accomplished. They stopped him.
Under normal circumstances, I would ask you when I can expect your report. But in this case, I find myself at a bit of a loss.
How is Nina?
She's doing fine. She wanted me to convey her gratitude.
And her meeting with Mr. Bell? How's that going to work out?
Desist our investigation into William Bell.
Oh.
By whom?
The kind of people that when they give you an order, you don't question it.
So she lied?
Sorry.
Oh my god. So they can prolong the mystery of William Bell to season 2? That's kind of lame.
Stepping out for a bit. Don't worry about me, son. I know where I'm going.
You want me to call the police?
No.
Peter knows where he's going?
That is the first time he's ever written a note.
Oh.
I think our little boy is growing up.
Okay, what is with this coin and this graveyard and Peter Bishop? 70 to 85. Okay, I can't afford to pause, so I just gotta roll with what I'm seeing here.
Hello?
Agent Dunham, it's Nina Sharp. You held up your end of the bargain. Now I'd like to hold up mine. Would you mind coming to Manhattan tomorrow?
Sure.
Do you know the Mitsumi Hotel on Broadway?
Yes.
Great. Tomorrow it is then. At say 1 o'clock? Come alone. I'll answer any questions you have.
Oh, she better keep her word this time. Yeah. That was a close one. Was that a sign to show that life is precious? Be careful. She stood her up.
I'm Nina Sharp. Olivia Dunham. No, I don't want to leave a message. She's expecting my call. What do you mean she's out of the country?
What the hell? Are they trying to get Olivia to do something? Are they testing her or something? Oh no! She did her little timeline jump.
Agent Dunham, welcome. Right this way.
All right.
Go right in.
But is she aware of it though? Because she was aware of it before, right? Okay. Is this a the silhouette?
Quite a long time for this.
Hello.
William Bell.
He rings a bell. I love that. Was that improvised? Because that's actually really funny. So she's officially on the other side there. Wow. Whew. There's a lot to dissect in this episode, and I have so little time for this recording, unfortunately. You're gonna have to wait till I give you some extra thoughts in upcoming reaction videos. So, some extra afterthoughts coming up. I'm sorry that I can't elaborate too much. I don't think it's probably necessary because there's so much more, obviously. Season 2, Season 3, Season 4, Season 5. And over talking, over speculating things is not necessary. Right? Let me know in the comments. But I think I've grasped enough to give you my 2 cents. Let's start with the key scene that just... Now I am just itching to press play on Season 2, and that's when we see the gravestone of Peter Bishop, who died in 1985. So, I did go back to that scene in this episode where he was telling Peter that he lost something and then he went to get it. Something along those lines, right? And because I've rewatched episode 4 again, it now makes sense. The story about Peter drowning. And the observer brought him back. And the reveal of that is just so brilliant. I guess they're gonna make that its own dramatic thing of Peter finding out that he's from the other reality. And if there's one of everything, I guess it's fair to say now I don't have to expect an extra Peter. We already know which Peter we're dealing with. But is there an extra Walter? Huh? But anyway, yeah. Great season finale. The reveal of Leonard Nimoy now as William Bell. I'm now happy and satisfied to know that he's a part of the show and he's not just a guest appearance. That's pretty cool. I think the fact that that was not something that was blatantly obvious for me is actually good, considering the caliber of actor he is. And that just goes to show how really ignorant I was to the series of Fringe when it was out at that time. I was too young to care anyway. But I'm just saying, like, this is cool. And then all these Star Trek references, I guess they're going to amplify it in season 2. That moment, though, when he rings the bell. Oh, that was wonderful. But overall, 5 Ashemojis, for sure. Just because of how they tied in everything very nicely. And for someone like me, who some of the stuff is a bit hard to understand, and I have to rely on just what I can remember from other properties that are similar with things here and there, I like how this did not feel convoluted. It felt very organic, especially with Mr. Jones. It's unfortunate that Jared Harris is just like kind of out now. I really thought that's a character that would come back over and over again. So if anything, I would say that felt just a tad bit swift. This wrap up with Mr. Jones just felt kind of like, we got him, blip, bye. I would have liked to have seen maybe just a little bit of him actually crossing over, potentially reaching William Bell. And then, because I thought what was going to happen was when he was going over, I thought Olivia was going to accidentally go over too. And then chase him down and save Mr. Bell, kind of thing. That's what I thought was going to happen. Not the way they ended up doing it this way. Even though it was fine. I'm just saying. A little bit of that, maybe that thriller would have been kind of neat to see. Again, minor point. Not trying to put down the episodes. Don't freak out on me. Okay. Yeah, it was great. And I apologize. I don't have as much time as I would want to record more, but I don't think I need to. I babble too much as it is, all right? So thank you so much for tuning in. There you have it. That's my reaction to episode 20 from the first season of Fringe. I hope this reaction video was enjoyable. I very much look forward to your comments about this episode and whatever trivia you want to share. What's likely going to happen next is I'm going to react to some behind-the-scenes special features related to season 1, as well as watch episode 11 from the second season. But I'll be making that exclusive to club members, so if you want to join and check out that extra stuff, details about that is in the description box below, as well as my full reactions to all of the episodes of Fringe, uncut, unfiltered, and with extra stuff. But if you're not interested in that and you're cool with what I'm doing here on YouTube and you also want to support me on that end, details about that as well is available for you to check out in the description box below. Therefore, until my reaction to episode 1 of the 2nd season, I'm tuning out. Peace. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe and check out my other videos.